Hello students, for this session we shall look at what is motivation, how is motivation important in the performance of employees, how is motivation essential for the development of an organization, and we shall also look at some of the theories of motivation. Specifically, we shall look at Friedrich Herzberg's theory of motivation. What is motivation? Many a times people deliberate in an organization thinking, how does one motivate employees to achieve the goals of an organization and at the same time satisfy the needs of the employee? What makes an individual work? Why some people perform better than others? What propels an individual to achieve to the fullest of his latent capability? The answer to all these questions is motivation. What is motivation then? Many educationists and researchers have provided several definitions of motivation. Let us try to understand what motivation means. Motivation is an inferred process within an animal or an individual that causes the organism to move towards a goal. Let us look at another definition of motivation. The intensity, direction and persistence of effort a person shows in reaching a goal is motivation. Intensity indicates how hard a person tries. Direction, in which direction the effort is channeled. Persistence, how long effort is maintained. There are several more definitions of motivation. Let's have a look at it. Motivation has been described as something that energizes individuals to take action and which is concerned with the choices the individual makes as a part of his or her goal-oriented behavior. As defined by Saraswati, motivation is the willingness to exert high levels of effort towards organizational goals conditioned by the effort's ability to satisfy some individual need. There are three key elements in the motivational process of an organization, that is, effort, organization goal and need. In the work goal context, the psychological factors which stimulate the people's behavior can be desire for money, success, recognition, job satisfaction and teamwork. In work goal context, there are several factors that can affect a person's performance. For example, if an organization links promotion with the performance of a person or increase in salary with performance of a person, then the desire to gain more money can motivate a person to put in more efforts and work accordingly. Success or recognition for one's work can be another significant motivator which can push a person to put in more efforts. Recognition for the job done well also could be a very important motivator for a person to put in efforts and do well. The satisfaction at having done a job well is a stimulating factor for employees to enhance their performance and to feel motivated to perform even better. Also, cordial relationship with fellow workers and the team spirit could be another stimulating factor which enables a person to be motivated and to give his best at a work. The process of motivation consists of three stages: a felt need or drive, a stimulus which needs have to be aroused, and when needs are satisfied, the satisfaction or accomplishment of goals. The same is depicted with the help of the motivational cycle. Motivation is a very important factor for an organization because of the following benefit it provides. It puts human resources into action, it improves level of efficiency of employees, it leads to achievement of organizational goal, it builds friendly relationship and leads to stability of workforce. Motivation is important to an individual too, as it helps the individual to achieve his personal goals. If an individual is motivated, he will have job satisfaction, and also if he has job satisfaction, he will be motivated to perform even better. Motivation will help in self-development of an individual. An individual would always gain by working with a dynamic team. Motivation is important to an organization as the more motivated the employees are, the more empowered the team is. The more is the teamwork and individual employee contribution, more profitable and successful the business is. Motivation will lead to an optimistic and challenging attitude at workplace. Now that we have seen what is motivation and what is its significance at workplace, let us try to see some of the theories of motivation which has an impact, which has gone on to explain how motivation works at workplace. There are numerous theories which go on to explain how managers and employers can create a motivated workforce. These theories also propose numerous factors and strategies which can be employed in order to motivate. In 1959, Friedrich Herzberg, a behavioral scientist, proposed a two-factor theory or the motivator hygiene theory. According to Herzberg, there are some job factors that result in satisfaction, while there are other job factors that prevent dissatisfaction. Herzberg, a clinical psychologist and pioneer of job enrichment, developed his motivation theory during his investigation of 200 accountants and engineers in USA. According to Herzberg, man has two sets of needs. As an animal, to avoid pain, as a human being, to grow psychologically. In the two-factor motivational theory, an individual is affected by two factors. People are influenced by two factors which are namely motivators and hygiene factors. Have a look at this slide. When the motivator factor is existing, it results in satisfaction. When the hygiene factor is existing, there is no satisfaction. But when a motivator factor is not existing, there is no satisfaction. Whereas when a hygiene factor is not existing, there is dissatisfaction. In short, what Herzberg went on to say is that motivating factors or motivators help to improve the motivation. Hygiene factors are essential so that there is no dissatisfaction. But having the hygiene factors did not necessarily result in satisfaction. Let us see what are hygiene factors and motivators. Hygiene factors are those factors which are needed to ensure an employee does not become dissatisfied. They do not lead to higher levels of motivation, but at the same time, their absence leads to dissatisfaction. Hygiene factors are also called as dissatisfiers or maintenance factors. Now, if these factors are present, it leads to satisfaction but not higher levels of satisfaction. But at the same time, when these factors are absent, it leads to dissatisfaction. Have a look at this slide and let us see what could be the hygiene factors in an organization. Hygiene factors could be company policy and administration, supervision, interpersonal relation, working condition, safety conditions, status and security. Let us understand what each of these factors mean. The hygiene factors symbolize the physiological needs which the individuals wanted and expected to be fulfilled. Hygiene factors include pay. The pay or salary structure should be appropriate and reasonable. It must be equal and competitive to those working in same kind of industry or in same kind of domain. Company policies and administrative policies. The company policies should not be too rigid. They need to be fair and clear. It should also include flexible working hours, dress code, breaks, vacation, etc. Fringe benefits. The employees should be offered health care plans, benefits for family members, employee health programs, etc. The physical working conditions should be safe, clean and hygienic. The work equipment should be updated and well maintained. The employee status within the organization should be familiar and retained. The relationship of the employees with his peers, superiors and subordinates should be appropriate and acceptable. There should not be any conflict or humiliation element present. Job security is a significant maintenance factor. The organization must provide job security to the employees. The hygiene factors are not direct motivators, but they are very much essential in an organization. At the same time, if the hygiene factors are not present, it can lead to dissatisfaction. Also, the presence of hygiene factors could be the starting point for higher levels of motivation. People will strive to achieve hygiene needs because they are unhappy without them. But once satisfied, the effect soon wears off. Satisfaction is temporary. The hygiene needs suggested by Friedrich Herzberg is similar to the physiological needs that are suggested by Maslow's theory of hierarchical needs. The second factor in the two-factor theory provided by Friedrich Herzberg is the motivational factor. Now, motivational factor is inherent to the job. Motivational factor is needed in order to motivate an employee into higher performance. These factors result from internal generators in the employees. The motivational factors consist of recognition and need for growth and development present in the employee. These factors are inherent to work. These factors are essential in order for the employees to have superior performance. These factors are hence called as satisfiers or motivators. Let us look at what these factors are. The motivator factors could be job satisfaction, achievement, recognition, the work itself, the responsibility, advancement, and growth opportunities. Employees find the motivational factors intrinsically rewarding. The motivators symbolize the psychological needs that were perceived as an additional benefit. Motivational factors include recognition. The employees should be praised and recognized for their accomplishment by the managers. The employees must experience a sense of achievement. This depends on the job. There must be a fruit of some sort in the job. Growth and promotional opportunities motivate the employees to perform well. The employees must hold themselves responsible for the work. The managers should give the employees an ownership of the work. They should minimize control and retain accountability. The work itself should be meaningful, interesting, and challenging for the employee to perform and to get motivated. In Herzberg's two-factor theory, the two factors which play a significant role in the motivation of the individual are motivators and hygiene factors. To summarize what Herzberg went on to say, when there is high motivator, the individual is satisfied. When motivators are low, there is no satisfaction. Whereas, when the hygiene factors are high, there is no dissatisfaction. But when hygiene factors are low, there is dissatisfaction. In order to understand the earlier slide, let's have a look at this slide. There are motivational factors such as reward, recognition, challenge, opportunity for promotion, and sense of achievement. If these motivational factors are put into action, the workers are motivated to achieve greater things. If they are not put into action, the workers still work, but not as well. The hygiene factors such as working environment, job security, fringe benefits, and salary level need to be sorted in order to ensure that the workers are motivated, the workers are satisfied, and this could be the beginning point of higher levels of motivation. If it is not sorted, if it is not appropriate, the workers will feel demotivated and will not be satisfied with the entire work environment. The two-factor theory implies that the managers must stress upon guaranteeing the adequacy of the hygiene factors to avoid employee dissatisfaction. Also, the managers must make sure that work is stimulating and rewarding so that employees are motivated to work and perform harder and better. This theory emphasizes upon job enrichment so as to motivate the employees. The job must utilize the employee's skills and competencies to the maximum. Focusing on the motivational factors can improve work quality. This theory further proposes the intrinsic and extrinsic factors are interdependent on each other. Presence of extrinsic factors will only eliminate employees' work dissatisfaction. However, it will not provide job satisfaction. On the other hand, sufficient supply in intrinsic factor will cultivate employees' inner growth and development that will lead to a higher productivity and performance. However, absence of this factor will only neutralize their feelings. Their feelings neither satisfy nor dissatisfy on their jobs. Extrinsic factors only permit employees' willingness to work, while intrinsic factors will decide their quality of work. These two groups of extrinsic and intrinsic factors are not necessarily opposite with each other, as opposite of satisfaction are not dissatisfaction but rather no satisfaction. Similarly, opposite of dissatisfaction, hence organization should modulate their operations and procedures to satisfy both intrinsic and extrinsic motivation factors of their employees. Let us see how Herzberg theory is related to school administration. A school environment should take care of the basic hygiene needs of teachers, students, and all the personnel working in the school. School administrators can fulfill the hygiene needs by ensuring that the basic needs of students and teachers are taken care of. For example, the teachers need to be provided with a clean working environment with technology and with other resources that are required for the purpose of teaching. Students need to feel safe and secure in the school. The physical environment of the school should enable the learners to learn optimally. The school should nurture relationship and should value each and every member. At the same time, the school needs to ensure that the teachers are paid appropriately as per the workload that they have been provided with. What could be the motivators in education? Achievement, recognition for achievement, growth, development of a person, and the work itself. Along with all these, shared vision, collaboration, and communication. The work that is done by the teachers and the students should be meaningful and fulfilling for them. Combining the hygiene and motivator factors can result in some of the following scenarios. High motivation plus high hygiene factor results in a motivated workforce. High motivation and low hygiene factor results in a workforce that is motivated but not necessarily satisfied. Low motivation and high hygiene factor results in satisfaction but not a motivated workforce, whereas low motivation and low hygiene factors results in a dissatisfied workforce with low motivation. So let us see how do managers eliminate job dissatisfaction. Fix poor and obstructive company policies. Policies which are detrimental to the progress of the employees should be removed. Provide effective and supportive and non-intrusive supervision. The employees should get the freedom to work as per their ideas. At the same time, they need to have supportive supervision. Create and support a culture of respect and dignity for all team members. Ideas of all team members should be valued. Ensure that the wages and salaries are competitive. No worker or no employee should feel underpaid and exploited. Provide job security to the employees, also to the family members of the employees. Build job status by providing meaningful work for all positions. How then managers could provide conditions or create conditions for job satisfaction? Provide opportunities for achievement. Put the right person in the right place so that the person can achieve. Recognize workers' contribution. Create a work that is rewarding and that matches to the skills and abilities of the employee. Giving as much responsibility to each team member as possible. Create an environment of accountability. Provide opportunities for development and promotions. Offer training and development opportunities so that people can pursue positions they want within the company. Herzberg theory is largely responsible for ensuring that people working in various organizations have more responsibilities and accountability with respect to planning and controlling the work. But at the same time, many managers or employers in workplace feel that providing hygiene factors is a way of motivating individuals working in the institution. But that is not true. If we look at the two-factor theory, we realize that hygiene factors such as pay, working condition, supervisors, company policies, benefits resolves dissatisfaction. At the same time, motivators such as achievement, responsibility, work itself, recognition, growth and achievement promote satisfaction. But when the two factors, that is hygiene factors and motivating factors, are balanced, they create a neutral environment where the workforce may not be dissatisfied, but at the same time they may not be motivated to perform better. So with this, we have come to an end of Herzberg's theory, two-factor theory of motivation. Thank you.